Shalom, Ysrael. I believe last math class you may have corrected or completed lesson 116. That's good to go. Let's look at lesson 117. Okay, so a couple things that I want to point out to you. Here for your warm-up, letter A. What you have here is correct. However, I just made a note to you about a different way to phrase your answer that points out kind of the thinking behind how you choose to round. So you round 32.6 to the nearest 10, that's 40, and you round 0.49 to the nearest 10 cents. So that's what you did, and that's what you described. Just consider what I've written here. It explains or should help you to think about how to choose what is the most straightforward, best way to round in problems like these. Okay, so for letter F here, I think you need to go back. Probably a simple mistake that you made. I went back and looked at the problem, and I think you need to go back and redo it in your head and get the right answer. You skipped letter H, not sure how or why. Okay, moving on here. You made a mistake, and I want to tell you what it is, but I think you can go back and look at it. It's a very simple problem. I think you can go back and look at it and see what you did, quickly correct it, move on. Okay, here, okay, this is okay. What you have here is okay. So you wrote how much 1.89 liters is in gallons. That's correct. It's about half a gallon. All right. Let's look at number 19. So for number 19, another simple problem here. I want to tell you what the answer is, but I know you're smart enough. You can go back quickly and easily and look at this and correct your answer and move on. Okay? To give you a hint, I'll say this. How in the world, Ysrael, could 1.35 times 90 be a number smaller than 90? How could 1.35 times 90 be a number much smaller than 90? What did you do wrong? Correct that and move on. Okay, so that was 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So let's look at 29 here. I see that you converted 1/2 to 2/4. This is correct. 1/2 equals 2/4. So when you multiply, you know you do numerator times numerator and write your answer. And then you know you do denominator times denominator and write your answer. What happened here? Correct this. So again, I'll say your conversion was correct. You do numerator times numerator. Your answer goes in the numerator. Denominator times denominator, and your answer goes in the denominator. Do you see what happened? Correct this. So you can move on. Alright, here, number 30, I wonder what happened. Okay, I think that as you learn to stop making simple mistakes, you'll be able to move much more quickly through math. You'll find yourself advancing much more easily. I think this may have been a simple oversight. Okay, so you got to figure out how to stop making those oversights, those errors due to oversight. This side of your what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So is this a hectogram? Hexagram? Okay, your polygon here has 6 sides. This side is labeled incorrectly. Okay, this side is labeled incorrectly. Okay, you have your units here, that's good, but this number is incorrect because this side is labeled incorrectly. Okay, so go back and correct those things, and then you can move on to lesson 108. You're going to be dividing. This shouldn't cause you too much trouble. It's something that we've worked on and we've talked about before. So you're going to learn how to add extra zeros to the end of your decimal when you're dividing a decimal. And then instead of a remainder, you're going to keep adding zeros until your remainder equals 0. Okay, you're going to keep adding zeros until your remainder is 0. Okay, so you may end up, like in this example, you may end up with an answer that has 2 decimal places. You could end up with an answer that has 3 decimal places, 2 decimal places. Okay, you may end up with an answer that has 3 decimal places. So you're going to keep adding zeros until your remainder is 0 as you divide. And the more zeros you have to add in order to get to a remainder that's 0, the more decimal places your answer is going to have, your quotient will have. And that's how it works. It should be pretty simple for you, pretty straightforward to do. Okay, I look forward to grading this. I look forward to grading lesson 118 and seeing a perfect score. See you next time. Bye-bye.